program, many of you, when I walk in, oh, there's a storyteller, because some of you have seen me entertaining your grandchildren, but I am here tonight to show you that I also tell many programs for adults. I go to all kinds of communities. Hadassah has me for special programs. There's Holocaust programs I do. There's the stories you'll hear tonight. They're short. I just put them all together and decide which ones I'm going to tell tonight. Are stories of wise and witty women, because often in folk tales, you have the men, the prince, the king. You don't have the women. So I have selected some stories tonight to share with you about women. A long time ago, there was a queen. She was a very clever queen, and she invited anyone in her kingdom to send her riddles, puzzles to solve, because she loved to solve riddles. One day, a box arrived, and when she opened it up, there was a note inside, and it said, "Dear Queen, if you are as clever as you say you are, can you tell the difference between these 3 dolls?" Well, this is an interesting riddle. And so she picked up the 3 dolls. They looked identical. She turned them over. She could not tell the difference between the 3 dolls. She turned them over, she turned them around. It was a puzzle to her, and she was supposed to be so clever she could tell an answer to a puzzle. So what does every clever queen have? The queen has a wise woman in her kingdom. Guards, guards, call the wise woman in. The wise woman came in and said, "Your Majesty, in what wise way may I serve you?" "Well, I got a riddle and I can't solve it. Perhaps you can help me. These are 3 dolls. The riddle is, what is the difference between the 3 dolls? Wise woman, can you help me?" The wise woman took the 3 dolls, turned them over, turned them upside down, looked at them, could not tell the difference. But the wise woman said to herself, "Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut, especially in front of the queen." "Well, wise woman, what have you got to say?" The wise woman said nothing. "You have nothing to say? Well, I might as well be talking to a fool. Guards, take this woman out. Bring in the court jester, the fool." The fool came in and said, "Your Majesty, can I tell you a joke? Can I tell you a riddle? How can I make you laugh?" "Well, Jester, that isn't the reason I asked you to come. You see, I have a riddle to solve. There's 3 dolls here, and I can't tell the difference between the 3 dolls. Can you help me?" And the Jester took the 3 dolls and said, "Dollies! I love dollies. Can I take them to the park to play? Tra-la-la-la-la-la." "Oh, you're just a fool. I might as well be talking to a storyteller. Guards, take this fool out of here and bring in the storyteller." The storyteller came in and said, "Your Majesty, can I tell you a story of the good deeds you have done? Can I tell you the history of the good people in our land?" "No, storyteller, I have a special problem today. I got these 3 dolls, and I can't tell the difference between them, and I thought, perhaps you can help me." The storyteller picked up the 3 dolls and turned them over and looked at them and said, "Your Majesty, there is no difference between the 3 dolls." "Well, storyteller, that much I already figured out." "Well, Your Majesty, if there isn't any difference on the outside, then the difference must be in the inside. It reminds me of the story of the 3 caskets on the outside. They all look alike, but on the inside, they're quite different." "Well, storyteller, how do you get to the inside of these dolls? I don't see any openings." "Well, Your Majesty, there are many ways, but I have a special place. I like to go through the ear." "Through the ear?" Yes, Your Majesty, I will need your help. Excuse me, I need a hair from your head. I put the hair in the doll's ear, in the doll's ear, in the doll's ear. It's going in, but it's not coming out anywhere. Your Majesty, this doll is a wise woman. Whatever she hears, she keeps to herself. Excuse me again, Your Majesty. I put the hair in, I put the hair in, and look, it's coming out the other side. Your Majesty, this doll is a fool. Whatever she hears goes in one ear and comes out the other. Excuse me again, Your Majesty. I put the hair in, I put the hair in, I put the hair in, and look, it's coming out the mouth. Your Majesty, this doll is a storyteller. Whatever she hears, she makes into a story to tell to others. That's wonderful, Storyteller. But now you presented another riddle. What is that, Your Majesty? Well, the hair on my head is straight. You put it in the doll's ear and it came out the mouth, but it came out curly. Why is that? Oh, Your Majesty, no storyteller worth his salt would ever tell a story the same way twice. We always put a new twist on the end. And so, Your Majesty, the riddle is solved. Well, thank you, storyteller. Now my story is done.